It's coming back around again. Bill Squire's Chris McQuanzica is going to happen at the world-famous Agora on Saturday, December the 28th, with Mary Santora and Joe Briggs, who will be here on Friday, Liz Blanc, Mickey Genosi, and Elijah Nevels. Stacked. AgoraCleveland.com has the details. Anything else you want people to know?
It's going to be the best night of your entire life.
Mark it. Saturday, December the 28th at the Agora.
Even if you don't go, it'll be the best night of your life. But if you go, it'll be even better.
Whether or not you're there.
Yeah.
2 tickets here for caller 10. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Have you ever been impregnated with excitement? Well, it looks like you're showing. Welcome back to your new daddy, Alan Cox.
On WMMS.
Bless my heart, bless my soul. Didn't think I'd make it to 22 years old. There must be someone up above. Say, come on, Brittany. You got to come on now. You got to. Yeah, you got to.
Cavs win again, by the way, last night. They are 4-0. Haven't lost yet in the regular season.
Dude, that was such a fun game, too.
Cavaliers over the Knicks at the Garden. Wiping away all the bad vibes. 110-104, the final there.
They set a record, they're part of a record, where 4 New York teams, one NFL team, a basketball team or NBA team, MLS team, and baseball team all lost on the same night for the first time in history. And the Cavs helped make that happen, and it makes me very happy.
Wow, what a wild stat.
You know what my favorite stat right now is? The all-time father-son points leader duos in the NBA.
Yeah.
So there's other players that have had their dads in the NBA, but they didn't play at the same time. So number 3 is Del Curry and Steph Curry. They're around 37,000 points as a duo. He's got like
37,000 points.
Yeah, and then there's
That'll get you a stuffed animal at Dave & Buster's.
yeah. And then Kobe Bryant and his dad are around 38,000 points combined. His dad's got like 5,000.
I didn't know Kobe's dad played.
Yeah.
Who's his dad? Somebody named Bryant.
Yeah, something.
Bear Bryant was his
No,
dad.
I don't think it was Bear Bryant. But his dad scored like 5,000 points
Wow,
in the
I
NBA.
didn't know
and
that.
He scored like 33,000 in the NBA.
Yep.
And then number 1 is LeBron James and Bronny James. LeBron James has scored 40,000 points in the NBA.
Bronny scored like 10.
No, Bronny scored 0. But they're the all-time duo.
Oh, no.
It's so funny.
Not even 2? He hasn't even scored once
No,
yet.
he only played, I think, in that
Is
one
he not
game.
getting a lot of minutes? Or
Yeah, I think he's only playing that one game so far, the 2 or 3 minutes. Where then
Okay.
after he played, what's his name?
So
Anthony.
basically, LeBron and anyone, he would still have that record.
'cause
Yeah.
he's got so many points.
Yeah.
And then Anthony Edwards said to Bronny after he checked out of the game, said, "You don't got to shower. You only played 3 minutes."
Oh, God, yeah. You're fresh as a daisy,
Yeah.
Holmes. Well, they're going to show it to you. LeBron and Bronny in town tomorrow night. Lakers at the Cavaliers. That's a 7 o'clock tip. Cavs off tonight. Tomorrow night, LeBron and Bronny in town.
This team is clicking. They made the coaching change in the offseason, and I think it was the right move 4 games into the season.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Right.
We know everything we need to know. But no, they look real good.
Well, so far, H&R Puffinstuff, who is now, of course, the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, they're not making any moves yet. They are 0-4.
Yeah.
So whatever influence he's got in that organization, we're not seeing it yet.
our boy Paulo Banchero,
Yeah.
the guy we were talking about from the Magic yesterday, scored 50 last night.
50 points.
I watched a lot of basketball.
Did his
last
dad
night.
ever play?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a long way to go.
At least not in the NBA. But I watched a lot of basketball last night.
Well, your Cavs are 4-0.
I love it.
And tomorrow night, the Lakers in town. That's a 7 o'clock tip. 6:30, right when we roll out. I get your pregame coverage going here. Going to hoping for 5-0 against LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great. If they were able to do
Hope
that.
they never lose again.
Right? Hey,
Wonderful.
could you imagine if they
I'm
ended the season with
manifesting it.
no losses at all?
That'd
Hey,
be
Eric.
crazy.
Alan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mary, I just want to throw this out there.
Oh, here we go.
This is going to be a wild guess about the palm reading. And, Alan, I don't think it's been brought up, but what are the chances this guy is at a radio station? I'm guessing he listens to the radio, and Mary puts everything out there. The guy actually...
But he's not listening. I'm not going to
He's
buy
at a New York
He's not
radio
listening
He's
to
not
this
in
show.
Cleveland.
Right.
We don't broadcast in New York. We
Right.
only
What if
broadcast
he's
in
on the
Cleveland.
app? What if he's on the app?
But then he would
Are you
still-
suggesting that this man is a bureau chief?
But why would he be listening to this show on the app if he didn't even know who she was?
That's how they get you.
Here's what I'm saying. I don't believe in this. I don't have an explanation for it. That is not a good explanation.
There's no way
I think
that
it's
this
really
guy
good.
this guy just happened to figure out where I worked in New York, set up an interview on a different radio station, wait for me
In
to
the same
maybe
building.
but on a
In
different
the
that
same
means he had to
building.
get an interview on a different station, wait for me, hope I'm in.
That is a long con, boy.
Hope that I'm in today
Yeah.
and don't have shows or something going on or I'm not on the road.
Or 3 broken ankles.
And then wait for me to maybe walk past him?
It could happen.
No, it could not.
That is less likely than the guy actually being psychic, Eric. And it's highly unlikely that
that's
the
true.
guy's.
That's true. He's not psychic.
Well, I don't know that he's not.
They-
Listen,
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't know that that's not a thing. I don't believe in it. I don't know, just like God. I don't believe in God, but I don't know that God doesn't exist. It's the people who tell you that they know God exists you got to watch out for. I don't
Well,
know
here's
that
the
this
thing.
guy's not psychic. My mom had a psychic. I love my mom. Somehow she's super Catholic and believes in psychics and reincarnation. Don't try to pin my mom down. You don't want to know. But my mom, when I was growing up, she had a psychic. And this woman told her a lot of things that ended up coming true. Now, when I was younger, my mind was blown by that. Now, as I got older, I was like, oh, she got lucky. She had a pretty decent percentage. And the more you learn about how those people do that work, you come to your own conclusions. That said, I
my
don't
point-
know that this guy is not a psychic. I just don't believe it.
So my point, do you believe that Nostradamus was a psychic?
No. Because if I don't believe in psychics, then I don't believe anyone is a psychic. You can go back as far as you want. I mean, if you hit enough, if you take enough shots, you're going to hit a few of them.
No shit. You're gonna come up with an answer.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, but again, this guy, in Mary's defense, this guy gave her a series of very specific. I mean, they weren't all bullseyes, but I mean, close
And
enough.
missed a bunch.
Okay, but I don't know how much. Well, listen. If
I'm telling you, this was a 5-minute interaction, maybe. And
you didn't pay for it, so
I
he
didn't
wasn't
pay for
scamming
it.
you out of money, right?
Maybe 30 seconds to a minute of it wasn't accurate.
And if it made her feel a certain way, Eric, I don't see a downside
And
to
that's
this
awesome.
interaction.
That's awesome.
That's what I'm
Can you
saying.
No,
get-
I absolutely understand. I went to a palm reader once, and he told me that, he said, have you ever pooped your pants? I said, no. He goes, well,
You're
in your
gonna
lifetime,
tonight.
You will poop your pants. And I did.
Okay, but what
But he
you're
was
saying,
right.
what you're saying versus strong Scorpio energy from your dad whose birthday was yesterday. He died or
I'm
he's
a
having
Scorpio.
issues. He's having issues with his lungs and he didn't get to say the things he wants to say. Versus you'll probably crap yourself. I can't believe you're even comparing the two.
Well, I mean,
I believed the psychic when he said I'd crap myself eventually, and I did.
and by the way, Mary, it doesn't matter what the predictions are. It doesn't matter what level they are. It matters whether or not they're accurate. So as far as accuracy is concerned, which is all this conversation is really about, pooping your pants is the same as figuring out your dad had a lung thing. They're the same if they both happen, if you believe in that stuff.
I pooped my pants.
A lot of people don't.
I ate too much corn.
Okay, thank you, Eric. I got to
I
move on
did.
here. There's Eric in Akron. I don't see a downside to you having an experience like that makes you feel better.
Well, so I went and got.
I've never gone to a palm reader, or was it Pound Cake who went? We were in Jamaica.
Yeah, and they got pound cake pretty good, and
But he paid the guy like $20. He hit
no, it was
he?
the resort paid for it.
Okay.
They paid for
They
it.
had a table set up in the lobby of our
Yeah.
hotel.
And Pound Cake unknowingly was giving this guy more than because they ask certain.
guy was asking him a lot of
questions.
questions.
Yeah, like, not even a lot, but like they know how to ask the right questions and how to get the information. Then when he came to me and tried to do a cold reading on me, he's like, "Oh, you work in finance," and I was like, "Bro, no."
Well,
Like, he couldn't get anything off me.
Speaking of finance, let me give you this money, and then I want to get right back into that. It's $1,000 right now from the Buzzard Bookie. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Bills. That's bills. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
Mary, did he ask you a lot of questions?
He didn't ask me anything.
Okay, this is what I'm saying.
He just, and here's the other part of it. His eyes were closed for a lot of it. He was like holding my hands with his eyes closed, talking. And like visualize what he was saying, like, I'm seeing this. I'm seeing the number 4. And then he would be like, I don't know, does the number 4 mean anything to you? Blah, blah. Like, he would say it first, but he wasn't like, tell me what you do here. How old are you?
Right.
How
So when
many
he
kids do you have?
said-
he didn't ask me anything.
When he
dude.
said, "Does the number 4 mean anything to you?" What did you say?
Not really. I was like, I can't, like, no, not really. And he goes, number 4, no, you're the 4th of 5 kids. He came to that conclusion. I was like, no, I don't know what the hell the number 4 means. And then he said, you're the 4th of 5 kids. And then he said, I'm getting the energy from your dad. I'm getting very strong
we know his
Scorpio
name?
energy
'Cause
from your dad. His
I
name's
just remember
David.
when we had that
What is
psychic in, and I brought her in specifically to read me.
Where's the twins?
And she couldn't read me, so she started reading Erica and accidentally got a bunch of stuff. And
Right. Well, she predicted that Erica would have twins. Here we are all these years later, and a hysterectomy later. No twins.
no twins. Well, this guy told Mary she was meant to have children,
Well, that was the other thing. He wasn't
which
really,
means he's a conservative Christian.
he wasn't really
Because all
making-
women, Bill, are meant to have children.
He wasn't like making predictions or anything like that. It was more, I'm telling you, it was more like he was holding my hands and he was looking at my palms and like, like I said, those first couple minutes, and then he would close his eyes and he would say, I'm seeing this, I'm getting this, this is what I'm receiving. And then tell it to me.
And everybody's texting me, go, oh, it's just this guy listened to the show. There's no way this
I'm
guy
in New
listened to
York.
this show in New York when
We
he's
do
on
not-
his show.
We do
right.
not broadcast in New York City.
Right. Or even on the app. So that one I will reject.
If I was
don't
in
know what the
Cleveland-
explanation is, but that is not the explanation that this guy was listening to this show. He'd have to listen for a year to piece together all of Mary's psychological CV. He couldn't listen to just yesterday's
I actually
show.
learned a lot about Mary from this because I didn't know any of this stuff.
Okay. Yeah, right.
You'd make a terrible palm reader, Bill.
Yeah, if this happened in Cleveland, I would 100% be like, oh, this guy knows me somehow. He's
What's
seen
his
my
name
comedy.
again?
He does. His name was David. He gave me his little pamphlet.
Yeah.
What if this
Well,
guy
look
told
him up.
you, what if this guy told you that your professional endeavors would not bear fruit?
I would be pretty sad, but I wouldn't believe him.
You wouldn't believe that.
That's okay. Here's my big thing with these, all right? It's take what resonates, leave what doesn't, sure. But at the same time, the more specific it is, the harder it is for me to ignore. You can take a 50-50 shot
Well,
on...
that's probably true of anyone.
Yeah, you can take a 50-50 shot on, hey, your job is you're gonna get fired. You know what I mean? But for him to say this isn't your main job, this isn't your main passion.
Well, he saw
and
how
it's
you were
coming to
dressed.
an
He knew
end
you
soon.
weren't the VP of marketing.
I'm wearing wear jeans and a hoodie. I'm not wearing.
Yeah, you're not
like,
the
a
VP of
slob.
marketing. Well,
And it's radio. We're all losing our jobs.
yeah.
Some dying mediums.
Oh, yeah. These terrestrial podcasts that we do.
He knows that nobody working in afternoon, that's their main gig.
Yeah. I see. Do you also work at a car wash? What I see you very wet on a.
The car thing
Is it
was
David Stevens?
He didn't give me his last name. He's in a wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair.
I told you that. I said I walked past, and this guy in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't
was
realize
like,
that was the
Yes!
psychic. Oh,
That
he's
was the
hobbled?
guy.
He's hobbled?
I don't know what's wrong with him, but he's in a wheelchair.
Maybe he was simpatico with you because you are also hobbled.
I'm not in a wheelchair.
But you said he gave you a pamphlet.
But aren't you limping?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Well, he saw that.
Oh, that's what it was.
He
that
sensed
was the
it.
connection.
You were a kindred spirit. He goes, "Hey, I can't walk either."
Neither of our legs work.
Right.
He gave me a thing, but his name's not on it.
Did he have a blanket over his lap like FDR?
No,
It
but
looked like he was getting ready to do a fireside chat.
Well, and here's the other thing. Here's the pamphlet he gave me. It says, Locate Soulmate NYC. Love life forecasting, tarot card readings, life path advisor, crystal energy healing. Discover your true life's purpose. And then it gives their website and their phone numbers.
Oh, what's the website?
It is locatesoulmatenyc.com. So my point is, this isn't even what he sells. He sells love readings.
Right.
He sells crystal energy healing. He doesn't sell, let me tell you about your dead dad's birthday who was yesterday that died because his lungs didn't work and loves you. That's not even what he does.
Locate Soulmate NYC?
Yeah, locatesoulmatenyc.com.
Alan, a medium I saw this year knew that my uncle served in Vietnam and killed himself with a shotgun blow to the chest.
See, that's the kind of stuff when it's that accurate, you're like, come on, man. Come on. Sure,
Listen,
I'll give it to
I
you.
would
I'll give it to you the generic parts about your love life seems like it's pretty good and
I would love for it to all be true. And again, I don't know that it's not. It's just not something that I believe in. But again, there's no downside to this interaction for you. It didn't cost you anything.
Truly, this is the second time in my life I have felt like a spiritual awakening, and the other time was the I'm living for me, when for no reason at all, I was hiking in Portland, started sprinting through the mountains, screaming thank you to the universe at the top of my lungs, yelling I'm living for me. Mm-hmm. That's the last time that I had just like an inexplicable, I can't put into words what just happened, but it feels right.
Right.
These people were better at being mediums, they would have a better website.
Why? They don't need to is it bad? It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
Hey, he's not a web designer. He's busy
He doesn't
telling
have to
people
be.
what their dad's doing. Okay, listen, I've got a break again.
And
then we'll move on. If you want to send me a text, 35192. If you want to go to the Ghost show, these tickets are not even on sale yet. Ghost has announced their world tour for 2025. These will go on sale Friday morning, so I will have them for you all week long before anybody else can grab them. Ghost at the Romo Fijo on July the 17th, so it's next summer, but you'll be set in a bit. And those are on the way. 35192 to text for anything else, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.